TOMz.
Sanibonani Dumilan, Abshani, and welcome to Teenagers on a Mission right here on SABC YouTube. For sure, my name is Thea.
And I am Caddy Bafethu. Well, episode of Namhlanje Bafethu is going to be a little bit smelly and nasty because we are talking about tobacco.
Yes, and Namhlanje Bafethu, we're all about No Tobacco Day. And of course, to spread awareness Bafethu around the dangers of using usigiliti noma ke tobacco.
Yes, Bafethu, as good baningi abantu la emhlabeni ababhemayo or when we abhema now. Well, Namhlanje sokufundisa Bafethu ukuthi go wrong and you can help somebody else who smokes to stop smoking.
Absolutely right. Are you ready to get the show on the road?
I'm ready when you're ready.
I trust that you at home are just as ready. So let's get the show.
Tobacco it has a rich history and it's called the Americas by tribes for medical and spiritual purposes. Tobacco to be introduced to Europe in fueling colonization and treating conditions. The tobacco plant has been used for many purposes for at least 2,000 years. Tobacco and stopping people from smoking. How do we know these skills to how the TOMz quiz? Let's go.
All right, Team Zanti, it's that time again since we're talking about tobacco. What are some of the dangers of smoking or using tobacco? And this is what you guys have to say on Twitter. All right, the dangers of smoking are, of course, that you age quicker. Nice one. Tooth loss is one of the major dangers of tobacco. Nice one, so keep them coming on social media. On Facebook, we are, of course, TOMz. On Twitter, at TOMz_SABC_1. Let's get about Tini. Asambi.
We're still at it again, Bafethu, with our road show, and I'm trying to touch down all the way at Soshanguve Bafethu. She said Elizabeth Matimela Secondary School. Right next to me is a young lady. Some questions. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm great. What's your name?
My name is Princess Mnyandu. I'm from Matimela, Elizabeth Matimela. Okay, tobacco by cigarette that people use. Yeah.
Okay. Why go wrong or bad for you?
Okay, I think go wrong because most people they use it to forget, and some people use it to like it leads to bad things.
Yeah. Do you smoke?
No.
Why do you think smoking is bad for you?
Because it damages your lungs and insides and then your brain and stuff.
Because it can destroy your lungs and like your facial experience, you're gonna look ugly after that.
Why do you think they smoke?
Like it's a lot of things, environmental issues, stress, like and peer pressure.
Peer pressure.
Peer pressure. So when you peer pressure into you won't fall into smoking.
No, because like I'm a peer pressure, like you have to be assertive, like yeah.
Okay. Since it is important that we learn more about the effects and the addictions that come with smoking. Otherwise, check this video out.
Tobacco an agricultural crop cigarettes. The drug tobacco nicotine heroin cocaine. The first 8 seconds nicotine a sedative and nervous system stimulant it triggers some complex biochemical and neurotransmitter disruptions. Tobacco pamisa heart rate blood pressure, constricts blood vessels, irritates lung tissue and diminishes your ability to taste the experience a tobacco dependence within the first inhale, strong urges to smoke, and anxiety or irritability. Tobacco the American native tribes as a trade item. For spiritual pipe ceremonies, to the spirits. Tobacco it was introduced to the Europeans in 1492. Christopher but the native tribes tobacco. During the 16th century, tobacco was spread throughout all of Europe. Tobacco industry the 1700s, but it exploded in the 1880s. Machine that is patented who mass produce some paper cigarettes.
Bafethu ziningi ingozi ezihlangene nokubhema. I-tobacco kena yona bafethu kena it causes ama-diseases afana njenge-leukemia, pneumonia, cancerous bafethu, and again it accounts to 1/3 of all cancer deaths.
And futhi bafethu ukubhema usikilidi can be very dangerous as well as poisonous to the body, containing about 7,000 chemical agents.
Guys, you know what? We're gonna take a short ad break, and we want to know from you guys what's in the topic hits and namhlanje. We're gonna be right back. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, Buffets. You guys still tuning to SABC Mzansi for short. This clip is teenagers on a mission. Episode yanamhlanje Buffets is all about no tobacco. So Buffets anifundisa kabanzi ukuthi kahle kahle ingozi kangakanani i-tobacco.
True story, and also Buffets the horrible reality that comes with tobacco. And futhi ukuthi kahle kahle ngaba ingozi kangakanani kumuntu, and how something as small as ugwayi, usikilidi my boy, can actually one day kill you.
Yo guys, as in episode yanamhlanje is definitely an eye opener because yakufundisa wena ukuthi uvele ubalekele ugwayi ungasondeli naseduze kwawo.
Yes, okwamanje let's go check out ukuthi kahle just keep up on my what on the other side.
What's up? It's your boy C-A-D-D-Y pronounced Caddy. Yet again on another mission bafethu. Namhlanje sithi touchdown eBramfontein in Johannesburg. Now bafethu ukuthi we're all about missions, right? And then I'm not alone. We've got a teenager who's joining me. Asolo kabanzi ukuthi namhlanje siphethe ubani. Yo. What's up, Mntwana?
Right.
Ugrand?
Yeah.
Okay, Mntwana, what's your name?
Ulwabali gama.
Okay, Lubaba, ngifuna ungitshele ukuthi where you from nangaki, and then namhlanje ufuna i-TOMz ikenzeleni.
Ngiphume eThembisa elinga 17. I-TOMz ngifuna into engifuna yenza namhlanje ukuthi nabangani abaningi ababhemayo, so ngifuna okwazi ukuthi bangastopha kanjani ukubhema.
Yeah. Well, namhlanje Ntwana, we're going to visit the National Council Against Smoking. Basichasela kabanzi ukuthi kahle kahle why abantu babhema nokuthi bangastopha kanjani ukuthi uzokhona unceda abangani bakho ne.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Sure. When you're ready, I'm ready. High five.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Good. My name is Caddy and this is Lubabalo.
Hello.
We came to visit you today. You are on a mission.
Okay.
So can you please hit us with an introduction? Tell us who you are, what do you do, and where are we?
Okay, so my name is Savera Kaladin. So you are at the National Council Against Smoking, and we are an organization that works to support South Africans who want to give up smoking, but also to share information about tobacco harm, as well as try to get changes to our legislation. For example, increases in taxation and better legislation so that people smoke in fewer public places.
Yes. Okay, so Savera, you have a facility that helps people to stop with smoking.
Yes.
Tell us about the facility.
What we actually do is we run a telephone counseling Quitline. So if you look at the box of cigarettes, any box of cigarettes that's sold in the country, it will have the number of our Quitline there, and basically saying to people, if you want more information about tobacco-related harm or you want to give up, you can call us.
Yes.
And then they do that, and we try to guide them through the process of giving up.
Yes.
So if I may ask, what is the process of making people stop smoking?
Okay, so we give them, we talk them through the process and we give them some tips. So for example, we try to find out what their motivation is. What is encouraging them to think about giving up, because that's really important. If you have good reasons for giving up and you know what those reasons are, then on the days that you're very tempted to smoke, you can remind yourself of your reasons for giving up, okay? And then to get the support of other people in their lives. For example, their friends, their families, their partners, their colleagues at work, because when you want to introduce a new behavior, it's good to share that with other people so that they can encourage you and they can help you to stick to whatever you've planned. We also ask them how much of money they spend on cigarettes, because cigarettes can cost between 25 Rand a day to about 45 or even 60 Rand a day. And if let's say the minimum, 25 Rand a day, that's more than 150 Rand a week. And we ask them to think about to keep a real or a virtual piggy bank. So they, every time they don't buy a box of cigarettes, they can put that 25 Rand or 45 Rand away and then say, in a month's time, I'm going to have 600 or 700 Rand. What will I do with that money? Am I going to spend it at the end of the month, or am I going to wait for the end of the year when I've got 12,000 Rand, and then I'm going to do something really fun with my money?
Okay.
So those are some of the things we do in terms of guidance, telephone guidance, and then we phone them once a month for 6 months to see how they're doing.
Tobacco leaf ke ntho e leng gore o kgona o e hodisa ka mohare dinaga tse 124 mo lefatsheng la rona kaofela, with tobacco companies being the major buyers and requiring enormous labor and land inputs. Deforestation ka lebaka la tobacco ke ntho e leng gore e hola haholo ebile e na le di consequences tse bohloko haholo ka mohara environment ya rona, including the loss of biodiversity, soil erosion and degradation, water pollution ebile e kgona ho phahamisa atmospheric carbon dioxide. How would you set tobacco would also be the chemicals pesticides, fertilizers and growth regulators. These chemicals affect the runoff from tobacco growing areas. In addition, the cigarette butt taken to it is the most common piece of waste globally, with hazardous substances arsenic, lead, nicotine and ethyl phenol affected aquatic environments.
So Sever, I want to know, why do people smoke and what do they smoke? Like, what is in the cigarettes that actually makes them to be addicted and want to smoke over and over again?
The primary ingredient in cigarettes comes from the tobacco plant. It's actually the tobacco leaves that are dried and processed and made into cigarettes. But some of the other ingredients in cigarettes, which we are not always aware of, you know, include things like toilet cleaner, like ammonia, like
vinegar.
Exactly, you know, and this is these products are in absolutely every single cigarette, and they contribute to the toxic mix of products in a cigarette that causes health harm. Okay, so in the tobacco product we have naturally occurring nicotine. It's already there in the tobacco product, and it was initially used as a pesticide, but then it was reformulated for use in cigarettes. And the thing about nicotine is it's a drug. So like any other drug, when you first take it, it gives you a high. You enjoy that feeling, and after a few minutes, that high is gone. So you want to have more of the high because you like the way it feels, and so you smoke another one. And then you smoke another one because you're looking for that high. So eventually, I say eventually, but it could be a short period of time, you become addicted to the cigarette, to the feeling that you get from the nicotine in the cigarette. And then that's why it becomes difficult to stop smoking.
So Vele Utsuba doesn't only affect the human body, but also the environment and its planet.
You know what's the weirdest thing? That the cigarette market is actually huge, and at the same time, it's crazy, ne? Guys, hit us up with your thoughts on our social media pages to share about the cigarette market and them still selling cigarettes. Kota as Bulal. We're gonna take a short ad break. Siabuya, don't go anywhere.
TOMz.
Welcome back to Mzansi. You are still watching Teenagers on a Mission, and I'm trying to refer to of the dangerous effects of ukubhema tobacco. Noma usikilite bafethu and ukuthi kahle kahle impumela yawo ihamba kanjani uma ngiyakutshela kuyingozi.
Namhlanje sivakashela uSevera from the National Council Against Smoking. Ozosichazisela kabanzi bafethu ukuthi tobacco dangerous kanjani nokuthi why abantu abasha baqala ukubhema and why they're so addicted.
Asinga police maseko something so boy.
Okay, so another thing that I wanted to ask quickly is that usually there's always this thing of people say they don't smoke for the high, but they smoke for the stress.
I like that question because that's one of the big myths about the impact of cigarettes on the body. So when you start experimenting, when people start experimenting with cigarettes, they're not doing it because they're stressed. They're doing it because somebody else around them is smoking, or they've seen an advert, or they're just curious. Okay, they want to try something that they've not tried before. There's no stress. They start smoking, so they have this pleasurable feeling from the nicotine. They become addicted to it. Now, they cannot feel pleasure in the same way without that nicotine. They want that feeling, which your body doesn't normally give you if you're not taking the nicotine. So you need, to get that high, you need the nicotine. So without the nicotine now, they feel stressed. They don't feel at ease anymore because for them, normal has become the way I feel when I have the nicotine. So they think they are smoking because they are stressed. Like, you know, I've got to go to the office, I've got to write exams, I've got to go out on a date today. They think that's what's causing the stress. But no, it's the lack of the nicotine and the feeling now that normal is the way I feel when I have the nicotine. So the stress is caused by the lack of nicotine.
Okay, so what are the effects of nicotine in the human body?
Basically, there is harm that is caused to every single part of the body, from the brain to the skin to the toes to the lungs that we are most familiar with, and to the reproductive system. So there is no part of the body that can, you know, can escape the harm. We have cancers. We have lung diseases, we have heart diseases, we have skin diseases. And the thing to remember is that disease is a slow process. So we might not see it for the first 10 or 15 years of smoking, but then we've got the disease. It's not a good experience to live with disease. You will suffer pain, you will suffer discomfort, it will affect the quality of your life, and you don't really want that.
So for the people at home, for somebody who's watching and they want to get in touch with you guys because they want to stop smoking, how can they do that?
Okay, so the first way they can do that is to call us on the Quitline, and we will call them back and do the telephone counseling for them.
So ntwana ngitshela balinjani usuku lakho?
Belimnandi.
Yini into efundile namhlanje?
Ukuthi abantu hayi baqala ukubhema and bangayeka kanjani ukubhema if sebaqalile and nama dangers omuntu obhemayo.
Yeah. I hope now ngikuqala ukubhema ne. Otherwise bafethi mission yethu iphelela lana guys. If uyabhema wena ustope namhlanje, and if nabangani ababhemayo batshela ukuthi TOMz is here to educate them. Otherwise this is what we call mission accomplished. Your boy Caddy and Lubabalo, we are signing out.
Transport e ba sebedisang ho tsamaisa tobacco can vary ka lebaka la availability ebile he e tloa ele di ships, trucks and railroad. Matsatsing he tobacco e tloa e tsamaisa ka di standard containers tse leng hore they must be cool, dry and have good ventilation. The containers that are intended for loading o tshwanetse hore di be watertight and cannot be contaminated in any way. Hello, Rotsamaisa, the tobacco leaves, the bales of tobacco, tobacco from rolling around while being transported. It says so that's avoid a tobacco or discover damage or lose value.
Alright, TOMz, sesifikile kuleso sikhathi la khona sivivinya ukwazi kwakho futhi nolwazi lwakho when it comes to the TOMz quiz challenges namhlanje. Nawe lapha ekhaya ngadlala nathi on social media. Just kahle kahle yiphi impendulo ocabanga ukuthi iyona. Okwamanje though, let's play the TOMz quiz challenge.
Dumelang kaofela TOMzers, let's about the kgetehile haholo hore ebile re le rata haholo, and that is why in today's episode re lenda chekala Elizabeth Matsamulla Secondary School. Re le ra buisana with the grade 10 learners, and we had loads and loads of fun. Rabafali dibuka tse makatsang that will empower the learners and keep them motivated. Dibuka tse di tlo ba thusa ka career guidance hobane ke nako e tshwantseng ba nahane ka bokamoso ba bona. It's cool to be smart, guys, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. And with TOMz by your side, learning becomes fun. Ntho yona re bitsa hore ke edutainment. Let's go and we did exactly that at the dance off challenge. The presenters started against each other, and then we gave the learners a chance to see who could outdance them.
I'm gonna ask you guys questions. Now you have a buzzer in front of you. You need to press the buzzer if you know the answer. Does cigarettes have nicotine or tobacco, or nicotine only?
Nicotine. We tested their knowledge with the TOMz because we saw Team A winning the first round.
Nicotine or tobacco, that's the correct answer. Give it up for Team A.
Really right to the second round, but a great 10 learner. Oba means I'm going to keep knocking everyone out. The speed round master.
My boy, well done for making it to this round. What's your name?
Sia.
Okay, see, Antona, Lena guess he is a TOMZ speed round master, ne? My boy, you've got 2 minutes, ne? You're gonna lama puzzles law, and if no one keep it, but when you do, ne? 70 Sanjay C1. Kumbulama rules walana, you can never put the big one on top of the small one. Are you nervous?
Nah.
Okay, cool, my boy. Your time starts now. See ya.
Hello, all you have to do is email tomz@sabc.co.za. Hutsiba man, you never go check a local school on Sahau.
Seems like Sia knows exactly what he's doing. He's taking his time while he's at it, using only one hander, and it's already onto the next splendor. If you're watching and you are, come on, Sia. 1 minute, 2 seconds. How do you feel? Is that how you feel? With so many organizations out here fighting tobacco and trying to destroy the industry of smoking, what's happening in the future?
The health activists at the tobacco, and they want a tobacco-free future. Who ban the sale of cigarettes and tobacco products. Technology, it's a newer kind of tobacco, the electronic cigarettes. Nicotine, flavoring, and other chemicals selling activate the batteries selling e-cigarettes. The electronic cigarettes are thought to be less harmful than ordinary smoking. They do not contain tobacco, but have several harming elements that are found in cigarettes. Even the studies selling conclusive, the e-cigarettes may not be much safer than regular cigarettes.
Thank you so much for joining us, Bafethu, on today's eye-opener episode of Tobacco. And if you were thinking about smoking, and if you were a smoker, stay away from smoking as well. And if you have friends that are smoking, about TOMz. And it's pretty simple. If you need more information on the show or today's episode, go to www.sabceducation.co.za/TOMz.
Absolutely right. On Facebook, we are TOMz. On Twitter, @TOMz_SABC_UNO.
Yeah.
But that being said, Bafethu, do remember to catch me on social media. I'm very much interactive. But first, Lona or Fresh by Caddy on Twitter and on Instagram. I am Sia_G on Twitter and Instagram. And that being said, Bafethu, goodbye and have a fantastic afternoon.
Adios.
TOMz. Keep up water campaign. The water conservation posters. Winning the poster competition, the final projects for 100 days already. The science behind the water cycle. And half this to SABC. What? We're like TVR1.